Welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, y'all. I'm gonna throw together something that Lisa has been asking for weeks. Bringing another cooking video to you, and I'm making homemade Alfredo. It's not gonna be your traditional Alfredo for those of you that are purists, but you're gonna like this one. The fact that it doesn't break the wallet to make it, the fact that it's better than the junk you can buy for $3 at the grocery store in a jar and better for you, and the fact that we're using fresh, wild-caught North Carolina shrimp. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Let's get to cooking. This feels like an Alfredo day. All right, I'm calling this bacon grease Alfredo because unlike that junk you buy in the store that has xanthan, let's just see what it's got in it. I think I actually had it pulled up, some of the main ingredients that are in your store-bought Alfredo sauces, and y'all, they taste great. It's like candy. The problem is it's not anywhere as good for you as what this is going to be, even though it's cheap. It's cheap eats, and I know a lot of people eat it, and I have in the past, but the main ingredient, the first ingredient in that is water, and this is, I've looked at several of them. You do have cream and butter, some grated parm, let's see, soybean oil, some modified food starch, egg yolks, xanthan gum, whey. That's if you ever bodybuild, whey proteins. Used to drink that junk years ago when I was lifting weights when I was younger. Just, there's junk in there. There's going to be no junk in this, and people will say, well, bacon grease, that's not good for you. Yeah, it is. I think RFK Jr. is the one promoting it right now. Lard and tallow, things like that. It is good for you, in moderation, y'all. Everything in moderation. But we're going to start off with rendering down some bacon because we're going to use that fat as part of the base for our Alfredo. And we're going to use that bacon at the end. I'm going to reserve this other half of the pack of bacon for breakfast one morning this week. Ain't nothing like homemade bacon, y'all. If you've never made it, you should do it. Go back and look at some of our older videos when we were raising Hereford pigs, and you'll see us curing, smoking, and slicing this bacon right here. We'll move on to the shrimp, get them peeled and deveined, and then we'll start on this Alfredo sauce, y'all. And when you see it, I really think you're going to be like, yeah, it's not traditional, but it looks like it works. Y'all, 1 pound of about 30 count per pound shrimp. They're a little bit smaller than what I'm normally frying around here. I like those bigger ones to fry. These are good too, like popcorn shrimp, but Lisa made the comment to me earlier. She said, I like the smaller ones in pasta dishes because that means a better bite. More shrimp per bite of pasta. And she's kind of right on that. But I take those after they've been peeled and deveined. And y'all, all I'm going to do to them right this minute is I'm going to take some of this garlic from the jar, from the store, throw it right on top of them, kind of smear it around, stir it around, and that's the only thing other than a little salt when I go to throw them in the pan, maybe a little black pepper, maybe a little cayenne, who knows, I get crazy sometimes. That's going to marinate it while this bacon is finishing up over here rendering down. One more tip for you here, don't throw away your shells after you've peeled and deveined those shrimp. Put them in a bag, throw them in the freezer, and you've got shrimp shells ready for a simple shrimp stock for soups, bisques, and really any kind of dishes where you just need a simple stock that you want it to taste a little bit like the ocean. For this Alfredo, the only thing probably authentic about it, and honestly this isn't authentic, this is Parmesan made in Wisconsin, that you can pick up at your local grocery store. It is not the high dollar Parmesan made in Italy. The only thing Italian about this dish that I'm making tonight is that red and white enameled piece of cast iron that we're cooking in. That was actually made in Italy. Got it for Lisa a couple of years ago for Christmas. But we're going to use about 4 ounces of this 8-ounce block in this. And I like to grate it fresh by hand. It's better than the bagged Parmesan that's already shredded up. And we've got one of these handy dandy little deals that catches what you need. So get to grating. Don't let anybody tell you that cooking is not a workout, because I'm breathing hard here, y'all, from all this grating. We'll dump it out on this piece of parchment and just see about how many ounces we have so far on this handy dandy calculator. Or not a calculator, we call this thing a scale. Thank you, Lisa, from the Peanut Gallery. So let's see about where we're at. We are at 3.3, so that means probably about 3 ounces because of this piece of parchment. We grate a little bit more and we'll grate a little bit extra because we're going to finish at the end with it. I said there was nothing Italian about this meal. That's not true. This is Parmesan, which, to my knowledge, originated in Italy. Alfredo, I'm not sure if that originated in Italy. It may be an American thing.
This version is American.
This version is, this is Southern American version right here, y'all. And you ain't seen the whole steps yet, but I think you're going to like it when you see it. But no offense to our Italian brethren out there. This is just how we like it the best. All right, the base to this bacon Alfredo sauce is obviously bacon grease. And you may think, oh my gosh, that's just too fattening. No, it's not. It's got a better flavor to me than olive oil. It's clear when it's reduced properly, and we're going to add some butter to it, and this is going to be absolutely fantastic to build our Alfredo sauce that's going to make some Italians upset, unfortunately. All right, to this, probably, y'all, there's probably 2 tablespoons, if that much, bacon grease in here. We're going to add to it some salted butter, about 2 tablespoons, same amount, into this pan, and get it to melting down and marrying together on the stove. And then I'm going to show you what else we're going to do to adulterate this Italian classic. If it's Italian, it may be American, but this is definitely American. This is a good time to go ahead and get your pasta into a bowl and cooking down. It's going to take a few minutes, and it's only going to take just a few minutes to work up this Alfredo sauce from scratch, y'all, from scratch. Not that kind of scratch. Here's the part I said was going to make some people upset. I just put flour. I'm making a roux, y'all. I am making a roux. Now, y'all, this is not going to be like a gravy. All I'm doing is adding some flour. You noticed, if you remember, I read those ingredients on the back of the store-bought Alfredo xanthan gum. All I'm doing is thickening this sauce a little bit. We're going to make that 4 ounces or so of Parmesan stretch a little bit further. That's an economical way to make this Alfredo sauce. Now you've got your flour mixed in, it's cooked through. Add a good pinch of salt, about a teaspoon is what we're going to start with. After the salt, heavy cream. And it's going to take probably about 3 cups. And just whisk that around. We're not adding any water to this, none at all. Just heavy cream. That seems to have frozen in the refrigerator. After your heavy cream goes in, here goes that Parmesan. And we're going to reserve just a little bit of it for the end so we can dress our Alfredo. Mix it in to that simple little roux, very light roux, mind you, that we just made. I like to add some parsley, dried parsley, probably about a teaspoon. A good dash of some hot cayenne pepper, or maybe 2. And just a dash or 2 of paprika, smoked paprika. Give it a good stir. And you're doing this all the while it's on a low heat. And don't forget that jarred garlic. I add a little bit more to this as well. Mix it in good. There's 2 last ingredients that this Alfredo sauce needs. A couple of dashes of black pepper and some of this sweet muscadine wine to balance everything out. Give it a good stir. While the pasta's cooking, we're gonna get these shrimp on. All right, that Italian cast iron enamel covered pan is in the back. Got some bacon grease. This pan's hot. Still have bacon grease in this pan, and that garlic shrimp is going right in. You hear it sizzling. Now's the time to add a little salt to it. Just a good pinch of salt. Some more of that black pepper. Crank the heat up about medium high. We're going to brown this shrimp off. This is one of those dishes that you just kind of, once you get it started, you got to keep going until you're done, because everything comes together really quick. Get your pasta drained when it's al dente, firm to the bite. Throw it over on those shrimp that are browned. Deglaze the pan with a little bit of that, not scuppernong, I keep saying scuppernong, muscadine wine, sweet wine, white wine. Deglaze it, and then put that Alfredo sauce that we stretched, y'all, with a little bit of flour to make it a little creamier. That way you don't have to use as much Alfredo, because that stuff's about $8 for a block like that just in your grocery store made in Wisconsin.
Parmesan.
What did I say?
Alfredo.
Alfredo?
Yeah.
Parmesan to make Alfredo. But y'all, this is an excellent dish. I'm going to plate some up, let it cool off a sec. I'll give it a taste test. I'll let Lisa have a taste test, either on camera or off camera, whichever she prefers. And we'll let you know what she thinks. I don't know what y'all think, but that is a pretty doggone good looking plate of shrimp Alfredo. All right, so this dish, y'all, Lisa reminded me, it was chicken, but this is the first dish I ever cooked for her on our very first date. So I'm gonna have a taste here.
You just said that I was going to be the taste tester, but
You're gonna taste it here in a second. You're gonna taste it here in a second. Here I have been over this hot stove for shelling all these shrimp, making this Alfredo. I'm gonna get the first taste. Creamy, garlicky. I can taste garlic, and it's heavy on the garlic. That hardwood smoked bacon. Y'all, this is fantastic. And really, I was doing the math in my head as I was cooking. There's a big old plate here. There's a pound of pasta. There's a pound of shrimp. There is probably close to a pound of Alfredo sauce that was made. About $12. 2024. Actually, it's 2025. 2025 times. Not bad at all. And this is a plenty for us to eat tonight. Freeze a little bit if we have to, but I got a feeling we'll finish this by tomorrow night.
We'll see, but that's a ton for 2 people, for even for multiple meals.
I'm gonna take the camera and let you have a try. All right, let me know if it's as good as what I fixed you for our first date.
Well, I mean, will that count? Because we've been married for
Long enough.
long enough. Too long?
No, Lord have mercy, no.
I'm sure. It's very good.
Is it as good as what I fixed for you on our first date?
It's every bit as good, if not better.
Very good. All right, good deal. I'll be expecting that after dinner kiss.
Okay.
Y'all, if you want an Alfredo dish, an Americanized version of it, that is sure to please y'all, and is not going to break your wallet, give this one a try. It's been a staple around here for a long time. Y'all have a good day and a great week. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. At least it don't smack me. We will see you on the next one.